Hey, I saw an ad and I decided to break it down for you because it's stupid.
They don't believe how toxic this is. If you're still using a plastic or wooden cutting board, you need to hear this. I never post stuff like this, but I had to share. I cook almost every day, so we've gone through our fair share of cutting board.
Cutting boards last years and years. How are you going through cutting boards that fast? You look like you're 30. How many cutting boards could you possibly have gone through?
For years, we used plastic until I read about microplastics ending up in your food.
Yes, this is true. I know. But still, you gotta be really shredding your cutting board for that to happen.
One study even linked them to cancer. So we switched to wood, thinking it was safer.
Which it is.
Until one morning, my husband took a bite of toast and said it tasted like raw chicken.
Okay, I've already heard the story, but to have your toast taste like raw chicken and after cutting raw chicken on the cutting board means you seriously didn't wash it. You left lots of slime and glop on there to the point where the raw chicken flavor is soaking into your toast. How soggy is your cutting board?
Minutes later, he had stomach pain, a fever, and started throwing up. I
don't know if fevers kick in within like 3 minutes.
Rushed him to the hospital. The diagnosis? Salmonella from the bread.
You said it was from the bread. No, it's from the cutting board, allegedly. If it's from the bread, then it's not the cutting board's fault.
We knew right away it had to be the cutting board.
You said it was the bread.
When I got home, I checked it. It looked clean, but deep in the grooves, there were bits of old food.
Yeah, your cutting board isn't supposed to look like that. That's disgusting. Old food, you're supposed to wash it and scrub it. Or at least wipe it down really good.
I smelled it and nearly gagged. That same raw chicken smell.
Sounds like you don't know how to wash your dishes.
I always cleaned it well. Hot water, soap, even bleach.
Which would kill anything in there.
But I found out wood cutting boards absorb juices like a sponge.
Wood is not a sponge. It also depends on the grain of your cutting board is going to absorb or not. You're going with the grain laterally, it's going to absorb less than when you're on the end grain of a cutting board.
Trapping bacteria like E. coli and salmonella deep inside, where bleach can't even reach. I felt sick. I threw it out on the spot. Thankfully, my husband recovered. But I knew we needed a safer option. A few weeks later, we were having dinner at my husband's boss's house. His wife was using this sleek silver cutting board I'd never seen before. She told me, it's a Katu Chef made from pure titanium.
Here's the thing. I looked it up. I'll tell you in a minute.
It naturally resists bacteria and prevents cross-contamination.
Fake!
Here's
the thing. I looked it up. Pure titanium has no antimicrobial properties, and it can still grow bacteria on its surface. You still gotta wash it.
Chefs are switching to it.
I doubt the pro chefs are switching to this.
She said her mom had constant stomach issues for years. Turned out it was her cutting board.
Yeah, I bet it was. My grandma, she's had a wood cutting board she's used for years, and we've had a wood cutting board we used for years, and it's called, well, what do you call hygiene for your dishes? You just take care of them. You're not going to have, your mom, does your mom, not wash her dishes or something?
Once she switched to Katu Chef, the problem stopped. Apparently, it was invented by a biology student from Texas who loved cooking.
Gee, I love it when I just go out and I casually invent a block of titanium.
He discovered titanium is not only the safest material, but also easier on your knives.
Safest material in what way? Also, again, not antimicrobial.
Her mom had...
And I can't imagine that titanium is that easy on your knife blades. Come on.
An extra and gave it to me. That night I cut...
First off, keep this in mind. She had an extra, her boss's wife, whatever, and she gave it. So that's one cutting board.
Raw chicken on it, rinsed it with just water, and it was spotless. No.
See, right there. I cut raw chicken on it, and I rinsed it with just water, and it was spotless. Well, there's your problem. You didn't even wash it, scrub it. You just straight up rinsed it with water. That's not going to clean it.
No smell, no stains. Days later, it still looked brand new, no matter what I cut. I asked where to get one. She said, they're not in stores because big brands are trying to sue them out of business.
That's also fake. Guarantee it. You can probably find these on Amazon and goodness knows everywhere else.
But they're still available through their website.
which are probably drop shipped from China for a stupid expensive price.
Gave me a referral link with 50% off. I ordered 3 immediately.
Now she has 4 titanium cutting boards. See, she has 3 on top of the one she had.
Don't get a knockoff from Amazon. Most aren't real titanium and can damage your knives. I've tried them all.
If you've tried them all, you're talking about you've only tried plastic and wood. Suddenly, now you're talking about all the other ones. You didn't tell me the lack of benefits from these other ones. Do tell.
Plastic, wood, glass, bamboo, even marble. They all had issues.
Like what? What? If you can't stand wood and you're worried about microplastics, fair enough. But what's wrong with bamboo or glass or marble? You're just trying to sell a junky product.
Katu Chef is the only one that's safe,
Fake.
clean, easy to use, and keeps my knives sharp.
How does it keep your knife sharp?
Yes, it's dishwasher safe. If you use a cutting board at all, you need this.
Dishwasher safe. You're washing it by hand.
It's a one-time purchase built to last a lifetime.
Just like wood cutting boards.
I even got one for my dad.
Your dad will now have E. coli.
He saw what was hiding in his old board and threw it out the same day.
No, you told him that.
I left the link below the Learn More button. There's a love it or return it guarantee, so
Bet people are gonna return this.
there's 0 risk. Honestly, I don't know how long this price will last.
Not very long.
My mom's friends already bought 4 after seeing hers.
So you and your mom's friends all have 4 cutting boards. And it's supposed to last a lifetime. You're gonna live like 4 lifetimes or something.
Just get one. You'll thank me later.
No.
Tap the blue button on this video now to get 50% off before they sell out again.
We're gonna run out of time. Good riddance.